Scientists have told The Hill that claims by a Pentagon whistleblower that the U.S. has alien spacecraft in custody are interesting, and the source may even be credible.
I was informed in the course of my official duties of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program.
But here's what they also said. Science isn't made by hearsay, and to be more than just a compelling collection of anecdotes, we're going to need a lot more. On July 26th, the House Oversight Committee heard testimony from former intelligence official David Grusch, who says that the Pentagon has as many as a dozen crashed or landed alien spacecraft. Grusch was part of a broad-based internal investigation into reports of unexplained aerial phenomena, or UAP, which is the new and somewhat more scientifically precise name for what used to be called UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Congressional interest in UFOs, or UAP, has been building ever since 2007, when Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid helped fund a secret surveillance program within the Pentagon. And reports have grown as the Pentagon has released strange videos taken by fighter pilots over the past 2 decades that seem, although this is disputed, to show aircraft behaving in ways that known human technology cannot. But scientists looking for life on other planets said that these claims, from Grusch and others, don't give science much to work with in their current form. Avi Loeb, a physicist from Harvard, told me that science is not based on belief. It's based on data, and in particular, on data collected by instruments rather than people. Loeb is trying to get such data himself. He's the founder of the Galileo Project, a Harvard-based network of university and citizen scientists combing the skies for objects that could have come from outside our solar system. Loeb's big idea is that the search for alien life took a real wrong turn by spending so many decades focused on looking for extraterrestrial radio signals, which is what the massive radio dishes of the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, or SETI, are used for. The problem is, picking up the signals from some far-off planet requires a civilization over there that is both close enough to reach us and this is key, that exists at roughly the same time. And that's the big ask. Our sun is part of the second or even the third generation of stars within the Milky Way, which means that other civilizations, if they're part of a previous solar generation, could have arisen and disappeared billions of years ago, in which case their transmissions might have faded from the galaxy long before we had antennas pointed at the sky. But, Loeb argues, they're trash, and their devices would still be swirling within the gravity well of the Milky Way like plastics in the ocean, just like the probes that we ourselves have launched into interstellar space may well outlive us. By coincidence, around the time that Grusch released his claims in June, Loeb released some of his own. He and his grad students pulled 100 tiny droplets of metal from the black volcanic sand more than a mile below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. And those droplets are the remnant of what many scientists, though not all, believe was the first recorded object to enter our solar system from outside, and to crash into the Earth. Loeb's lab at Harvard is now analyzing those metallic droplets, trying to determine whether they contain the kind of rare earth metals that might lead us to think that they had once been technological in origin. For a lot of physicists, this idea, and Loeb's UAP research in general, is pretty out there, but the basic idea, we need good, rigorous data to cut through all the noise if we're going to have any hope of creating scientifically usable UAP information, that's increasingly common. It shows up, for example, in a 2021 Pentagon report about UAP, and it's also what a group of scientists convened by NASA to study UAP will likely tell the agency when their report comes out in early August. But in at least one way, the claims made by the whistleblower Grusch are plausible,